What's up, guys? This is Trigger Sad Gamer coming to you, well, with another Guild Wars video. Did anyone play the Guild Wars 2 stress test yesterday? Because I enjoyed it a lot. Well, enough. I don't know. I just want the game to come out anyway. I didn't record anything for it just because it was only 4 hours and I really didn't want to have to stress over fraps. Because it's been giving me a lot of problems recently. I don't know why. So anyway, besides that, let's get this started. Yesterday I talked about how Arborstone was an introduction to the one area called the Echoveld Forest. It also introduced you to the Kurziks, which is a group of people. I guess they're like an ethnicity, because they live separate from Kanyen. Not entirely sure. I'm not that versed on the lore of the game. But this next mission we're gonna do takes us to another region of the game called the Jade Sea. In this place, we get introduced not only to the creatures in the Jade Sea, we also get to play with the Luxons, which is a group of people opposite of the Kurziks. And a fun thing is that they are both at war with one another. And later on, we as the players get to decide which group we would like to join. Whether it's the Kurziks or the Luxons, and it's kind of the reason why factions is called factions, because you have two factions you get to play with, either the Kurziks or the Luxons. You choose, and your guild can even decide, and that dictates what type of PvP, well, for whose side of you'll be facing in for PvP. Though it's not all form of PvP, there's only two types of PvP, which is these sort of arena based outposts that are on the factions map, as well as this much more larger format that pins a lot of people against one another, depending on each side of the factions you choose. I'm sorry, I'm tired today. Oh god, work has been kind of pushy these last few days, and I think it's gonna get that way for a while. But, you know, it's the summer, and that's what usually happens. Anyway, I guess we'll just get started with the next mission, which is called Jade Sea, Boreas Seabed. I'll see you there.
First, we locate Elder Rhea. She is the key to finding and securing the Spear of Archimedes. Ah, there she is. Come, the spear is within our reach. Elder Rhea! Elder Rhea! It is I, Togo of Xingje Monastery.
Master Togo, you are quite a sight. I wondered when you would emerge from your self-styled exile. How you managed to live within the confines of that stuffy monastery, I'll never comprehend.
Ah, well, I suppose my spirit does not crave the wide open spaces as strongly as yours.
Well, it's good to see you. What brings you all the way out here?
We have come for the spear of Archimedes.
Togo, you know full well I cannot just give you the spear.
Oh no?
No! Today, Zuhanuku, the great Kraken, returns from the deep. What are you studying in that monastery of yours?
Apparently not enough Luxon culture.
Apparently. Every year Zuhanuku returns, and on that day we hold the convocation. The strongest among us fight for the right to be the one who defeats the great magical Kraken, returning him to the waves.
That is very nice, but
The convocation is today. The spear goes to the winning clan.
Rhea,
Togo, if you want the spear, you'll have to fight them for it.
Another convocation has come, and with it, Zuhanuku, the mighty sea beast who has terrorized the Jade Sea for hundreds of years. I return the spear to the pedestal, the prize of today's contest. May the strongest clan take up its haft and once again slay the magical Kraken. To all of those we are about to defeat, I salute you.
Defeat the 3 champions and their sea guard. By the way, that outpost that cinematic takes in, I don't know why, but I always get lost in it. I can never find where I'm supposed to be going. And it can get really frustrating at times. Oh, wait, Eldorea. Hear me, Luxons, the Imperial Dragon of the North, yada yada. Enter the arena, and we get to fight, and we get to kill things, and we get to make sure people suffer. Well, not suffer, just get hurt. Apparently people are supposed to die here forever and ever. I'm not entirely sure if that's true or not. I don't really pay attention to that sort of thing, but that's something that I heard. But whatever. I mean, not actual players die, but like that came out bad. It's more along the lines of, oh, come on guys, kill these guys. They're not that hard to kill. It's more along the lines of the NPCs are supposed to be the ones that die while here. We aren't killing anything. Come on. Whatever. Oh, we're killing things. But yeah, this mission, I don't know. Luckily it's not like have an NPC that helps you. But it's more along the lines of we have to stand here, wait for all the groups of enemies to just like come walking around, and we have to kill them, and that's essentially just it. Well, that's the first part anyway. A lot of these missions have parts to them at this point in the game. Sometimes the first part's longer, sometimes the second part's longer, it just depends. But the most consistent, it's kind of consistent actually. But yeah, Aurora, do not think the serpent will fall as easily as the reckless crab. Be warned, their worst serpent strikes, death was sure to follow. Okay. This mission's also really good if you want to get elite skills. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like Tanuki Temple in that regard, because a lot of these groups are going to have bosses with them. So yeah, if you want to get a couple of good elite skills, it'd be a good idea if you just go ahead and just start coming in and out of this mission and just capping them if you'd like. Alright then. The most effective thing you can actually do for this mission is to just essentially just stay and wait at the gates. for the groups to rush in. Be even cooler if you had a trapper. That'd actually be a lot more helpful in the long run, because all you have to do is Argo in there? Yeah, is stand here, spam as many traps as you can, and then just see if that does anything. Argo is the last. Okay, Argo. This is the last group, but Argo is incredibly difficult to kill. Apparently, I don't know. I mean, it's like with all power creep in this game. You think it's that horrible, but when you get down to it, it's not. But he can wreck you if you have minions, because he's a fire elementalist, and minions get a lot of damage from these things. And he's down, I think. No, he's not. I just got a scroll from someone. I'm not entirely sure who.
You have bested our champions and earned the right to fight Zu Hanuku. I believe this is what you came for. The Spear of Archimedes is yours.
Thank you, Eldorea. We accept the spear and the honor of fighting the Kraken. We shall make you proud.
Yes, I expect you shall.
Alright then. Yeah, this is the second part now. It went a lot faster, so yeah, power creep. Fun times. Okay, this second part is pretty similar to the first part. We go, to the second part of the last mission, Arborstone. Here, we get a sacred item. We have to carry it to a separate section. In the last one, we were just trying to escape the temple. This one, we're trying to actually use it to fight against a monster. You see that Kraken thing? Yeah, keep that in mind if you haven't seen this yet. So yeah, fun times. Anyway, I'm not in. Okay, yeah, it's at level 4. I think these things just level up based on the number of enemies that have died within a certain radius of you, which is kind of awesome because it's already at level 5. This one isn't like the Urn of Saint Victor, and you'll see in a couple of seconds when I drop it, because this lovely spear deals a massive amount of damage to enemies nearby. So the urn is for offense and the spear is for defense, which is actually pretty cool. I just need to make sure that I'm not C-spacing like last time. Alright then. Minion machine. Gotta love it. Let's see. Level 5 already. Yeah, I think it's the amount of deaths that occur when you're, or death of enemies that happen around you. But yeah, let's see. We're just supposed to reach here, and there's another Kraken spawn. We're supposed to be following it around. It's sort of supposed to be the directory of where we're supposed to go. Come on. It's gonna run away, which is perfect, because then all I have to do is this. Show off the spear's power some more, and there. 300 damage to everything within a certain area around it. I think it's kind of cool. It's my favorite out of the two special items, sacred items or whatever. Because you really get a lot out of it, and I'm gonna have them kill this guy. I want more points. I want the spear at level 5. Oh crap. Yeah, this mission, if you're not careful, a lot of these creatures like to roam around. So if you're not entirely careful, you might end up aggroing a lot. But they're not that hard to kill. Honestly, out of all of the missions, this can be one of the easiest in all of the game. Just on the sheer fact that these mobs aren't that high level. They're just level or two above you. And there aren't that many to begin with. I mean, most groups run in packs of 2 or 3. Sometimes they're just by themselves. But yeah, if you're not watching yourself, if anything, they're just here to charge up the spear if you haven't actually charged it up fully. So yeah, it's not what I think one of the difficult missions. The first part is actually the hardest if you're not, you know, being careful and you're just being really, really dumb about what you're doing. Let's see. Do this. Oh, you can summon minions on these guys. I thought since they were transparent you couldn't, but oh well, fun surprise. Let's see. I like having at least a couple level 21 minions. I mean, that's the purpose of this build, actually. Using these 2 skills that increase death magic, along with a +3 death magic rune. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's just for the purpose of making beefy minions, and I love it. It's honestly one of my favorite versions of a minion master build, because it's not for the sake of sacrificing minions. It's more for keeping them alive and having tanks, so you don't have to melee yourself. I like it, and you get some good damage. Get some good damage out of it, and yeah, this is the boss. This guy is a bit of a pushover if you kind of ignore it. So drop the spear. Make sure the minions don't die. It does a crap ton of damage to this guy, which is the best kind of damage in my opinion. Weak the armor, get some degen, and yeah. Jade Fury is really the only thing you have to worry about, but if you have someone that interrupts skills, you're gonna be good. And yeah. Minion rape. This is pretty much what this mission is, minion rape. And it's down. All you really have to worry about is if these guys start to mess with you. And that's about it.
The Kraken is dead.
A more well-deserved victory I have not witnessed.
Master Togo! Master Togo!
Menlo, come celebrate with us. We have the Spear of Archimedes.
It's none too soon. Shiro is on the move.
What? Where?
He was last seen in the Undercity, below Kaineng.
Then we must go to the Undercity. We will take this fight to Shiro.
Oh, the scroll. Sweet. Anyway, I forgot to pick it up. Yeah, that was the mission. Again, it's not the hardest one in the game. Honestly, if you are... I mean, you can probably just pick up a couple of random players and you're set. Granted, and I guess I have to say this a lot. It's in normal mode, and I'm using a lot of heavy damage things, and it's not going to be that difficult because of it. But yeah, this was an introductory by the game to the Luxon's factions, and look, here's the map. This is the Luxion territory. It is the Jade Sea. This is the Kurzik territory. It's the Echoveld Forest. And like I said, one type of PvP in this game are these little mission areas. Fort Aspenwood and the Jade Quarry. This is where people from the Luxon side and people from the Kurzik side, I haven't unlocked the Kurzik side of this map yet, they fight one another, and they sort of fight for territories. Like right now, the Kurziks are sort of kicking Luxon's butt, but that usually just tends to flip-flop a lot. I guess, I don't know if it's just a lot of high-end PvP guilds or taking advantage of a lot of the systems set in place now for this style of PvP. Another type is dependent actually on how the map here is set up. It is okay. It's a very larger scale. Matches here only have around 8 players on each side. This other style of PvP, I believe, has 16 players on each side, and depending on how the borderline, yeah, that's it, on this works, it depends on how the map is. If the Kurziks are very much into Luxon territory, then Luxons get an advantage because of it. If Kurziks are on the brink and Luxons are moving in, then Kurziks get a lot of advantages on their map, and if it's in between, then both sides get both sides don't get an advantage. They're pretty even, and it just depends on placement, because you know, if Luxons are making their way in, it's going to be easier for the Kurziks, but at the same time, here in PvE, Luxons are in control of almost everything on the map. You know, it's a balance, it's a scale. Yeah. Anyway, after this mission, we head back into Canyon City again, which kind of sucks, but that's how the story works here. So I guess I'll see you then. Peace.